All right, the first thing I'm going to do when I have an equation like this is I'm going to graph it on my calculator. Make sure when you graph this on your calculator that this piece right here is in parentheses, so it's not looking at 2 to the x minus 3, which would be a vertical shift instead. So it looks like if I just sketch it quickly, it does something like this. And the reason why I sketch it first is so that I can answer some of my questions really easily. Domain. Domain is going to be all real numbers. Because there's nothing left and right that this graph is not going to hit. Range. Range is always the y values. So make sure when you're looking at the range, you're choosing y is greater than or less than, not x. It's x would turn the graph completely differently. Okay, so range looks like all of my numbers are above 0, so my range is greater than 0. So that directly relates with your asymptote. Your asymptote, again, is a horizontal line, so it's going to be y equals, and it's going to correlate with that range, so y is going to equal 0. The next thing I'm going to look at is my x-intercepts. Does this graph ever cross the x-axis? And it doesn't, therefore I have none or no x-intercepts. Y-intercepts. Y-intercepts, I'm going to plug in a 0 for x. So this is the first time out of all of these questions that I'm actually going to have to do some math. So I'm going to say 0 equals, because I'm plugging in, y-intercept, y equals 2, 0 minus 3. Because I'm plugging in a 0 for x. So y equals 2 to the negative third. And when I plug this in my calculator, I get 0.125, which is the fraction 1/8. So I would accept either one of those answers.